So, at this point, Laker fans, including myself, understand that this team needs fixing. Like, a lot of it. Like, yeah, sure, they could have gone further places this postseason if LeBron and Anthony Davis were healthy. But people, that is in the past. We are now approaching a new season. Teams are getting better all over the league, and if you think that this Lakers supporting cast is going to get the job done next year, you're being delusional and you need to wake up. I realized this watching all these other teams like the Clippers and the Suns in the playoffs. Their supporting cast felt light years ahead of the Lakers, and it shouldn't be like that. For as much as we praised the Lakers after that offseason that they had, being a so-called a deep team, most of them didn't show up. So you know what? This offseason, we have to find people that will. This team needs a makeover, but we gotta be realistic, Laker fans. Damian Lillard, not going down. Bradley Beal, not going down. Chris Paul, unless he accepts Del Taco wages to play there, not going down. The Lakers simply don't have trade pieces, plus even if they did, they're still in financial handicaps that stop them from doing these things. Like, we're still paying Luol Deng after all these years, people. But yeah, if the Lakers want to continue being contenders, you will hope that they shake up the roster. And after seeing the way the Lakers went out against the Suns, moves gotta be made. And one of the obvious ones I've seen so far is Kyle Kuzma, because he's honestly gonna be out of there sooner or later. Apparently, according to Woj, him along with KCP have just been getting shopped around to almost every team. And the one in particular that's getting the most traction right now is the potential trade that can send him to Sacramento, where the Lakers could possibly get back a much needed shooter in Buddy Hield. Now, at first glance, you're probably thinking, why the hell would the Kings entertain this? Because let's keep it real now, the world sees Kyle Kuzma as just pure trash. They do. From group chats to Shannon Sharp to my dad that watches Shannon Sharp to even my neighbor's dog. The world doesn't like Kyle Kuzma right now. Even Laker fans have turned on him. Now, I don't think he's trash, but I do think he has to go somewhere else to find his old self again. Some Laker fans will say that playing with LeBron has hurt him and some other stuff, but honestly, I just have to disagree. I just think that the regression of Kyle Kuzma since his rookie year has just been all down to him. Even in a role that generates easy shots for him, he still hasn't been able to be consistent. However, thankfully for the guy, as we've seen with previous people, a fresh start can be good for certain players. And given Kyle Kuzma's skill sets, I think he could fare well going to a different and more up-tempo style in Sacramento. Luke Walton, his former coach, is there, and if anybody can get the best out of him, it's gonna be him. I mean, Kuzma now is an approved defender nowadays, which could very much help the Kings. So if he can start to get his confidence back offensively under Luke Walton again, I think this can end up being great. Now, as for Buddy Hield, I mean, words do little justice on how much the Lakers really need a guy like him. Personally, I am taking him with open arms. Now just hear this. These last 5 years, 46% on open threes, 43% on catch and shoot threes, 37% on pull-up threes, and 4th in total threes made. Now there's a little curse going on that when shooters come to the Lakers, they just immediately lose all their shooting powers, which is low-key true, okay? But I think Buddy is a guy who's ready for the bright lights. I'm saying this with my fingers crossed. And if this is able to go through, you're basically giving LeBron probably his best shooter since early Cavs J.R. Smith, which honestly was a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, the Laker fan in me needs Buddy Hield on this squad. Is he perfect? No, okay? You know, he has some concerns defensively and a turnover kink at times, but on offense, that gravity he brings as a lethal shooter could really make life easier on LeBron and Anthony Davis unlike past years. But overall, you know, I'm looking at this trade and I'm being serious. This trade can end up being a win-win situation. With Sacramento, Tyrese Halliburton is easily the feature at that guard spot. He is way too good of a difference maker to not be starting. Buddy Hield, while not being bad, just hasn't proven to be that difference-making star in Sacramento given his contract. So in return, dumping off that expensive contract, you get a guy in Kyle Kuzma who could get back to his old ways in a much higher tempo system in Sacramento. Maybe they're lucky too. Montrezl Harrell opts in and goes in that deal to become basically like their Rashawn Holmes replacement. That might be something the Kings are be interested in. And you add those two with the 2 first-round draft picks they have. Now maybe, you know, the Kings start to take that leap to being a playoff team. Who knows? The fan in me hopes this trade ends up happening, but let's see, because there easily could be other suitors for Buddy Hield that can just throw better offers out there. But for any Lakers or Kings fans, you know, let me know your thoughts on this potential idea of a trade. We don't know the full details yet, but any thoughts, send them down low. But now it is Luka Doncic time, so people, we are going to be wrapping this up. So until next time, 22 Khalil signing out, and as they always say in Japan, Jamatane, peace.